morning, everyone. This morning we are sailing out of IJmuiden and we're going down the Noordzee Canal. I think that's how you say it. And going all the way down into Amsterdam. It's gonna be a good test for the electric motor for sure. But everything is ready and we're about to sleep the lines and head out of here. Okay, so this is the Noordzee Canal. I don't know how to pronounce it, but we are somewhere around here. We're gonna go through the main lock and then motor down up to here, which is going to be Sixhaven Marina, which is where we're going. And then we'll just stay here for a few days and then eventually we'll go through the lock, the second lock, and then to the lake. That's the plan for today. But this is our first canal too. So this is exciting.
Stop the boat, and then you're going to want to go sort of straight and turn toward it. Feels good.
And we're off.
Help me, you're the only one I'm missing. Help me, take away the hole in my chest, where my heart was, and disappeared when you left.
Good job. That wasn't so bad, was it? Good teamwork.
No, that was not bad. It definitely helps that there's no wind.
Of course.
So.
Good teamwork on that removing from the dock job.
Yeah. Kind of heard a little when you were.
Yeah. That's just because I pulled the boat into the dock. It's okay.
Just to make sure that we can. Yeah.
That's why we haven't painted the side of our boat yet. There's an entire cargo ship full of sailboats that just arrived from the Caribbean. They're all getting unloaded and stuck in the marina. The marina was completely empty yesterday on the visitors dock, and now there's about a dozen boats on there. They're all getting unloaded one at a time and coming around the corner. It's pretty cool. They came all the way across from the Caribbean.
This time, don't you feel it happening? This time, I swear you are feeling in my blood. Either I'm crazy, or we're meant to be in love. So pull the trigger.
That was a bit of a surprise. We're supposed to go in the other lock, but apparently maybe it's broken or something. He said some things in Dutch we didn't understand. So we're going through the sort of more commercial lock, tying up port side instead of starboard side. So we had to like switch everything real quick. It's interesting.
Did it. We're out of the lock. Officially did our first European lock. Not too bad.
Well, we have been motoring for about 5.5, 6 miles, so a little over an hour and a half, and everything's looking really good. The motor's not overheating, everything's performing the way it should. We're motoring along at about 3.5 to 4 knots. At this speed, it says we could motor for another 10 hours, and we only have about 3 hours before we get there, so we definitely have enough battery to motor that far. And that's 15 nautical miles, and we'll use about 50% of our battery at this speed. So that means on a range probably around 30 miles in a day on a charge if we motor at 3.5 knots. So that's pretty good. But with 10 knots of wind behind us, we'll probably be sailing about the same speed. But before we do, we're going to do a little bit more of a speed test because obviously the motor can go a lot faster than 3 knots. So we're going to slowly start ramping up the throttle and writing down and calculating speed and power draw for the next 20 minutes or so, and then roll with the head sail. Alright, well that was fun. We went all the way up to 8 kilowatts, and we'll add these numbers to our graph and see how they line up to our previous numbers, and hopefully we'll do a few more tests like this, and then we'll be able to share all that data with you guys. But now that we're done playing with the motor, we're going to roll the head sail out and see if we can sail a little bit, because it just seems like it's against our religion. It's against our moral code to not sail when there's wind. But there's not much wind, 8 to 10 knots, but there should be enough in these conditions to keep our head sail full. Maybe we'll put the spinnaker out. No, I'm kidding. Still going 3 knots. This reminds me of sailing back to Kika's cousin's house after the hurricane in Haiti. Only it was even lighter then, but the sea was just so flat and calm that I just had the head sail out and I was just like laying down. We didn't have autopilot. It took like 6 hours or something to get back sailing at 2 knots. But we're sailing at 3 knots, so we're sailing about the same speed that we were motoring, and it's much nicer. We like sailing a lot more than we like motoring.
This guy goes a lot of weight.
That's much better.
Yeah?
Yeah, give us like an extra half knot at least. And it's not just like flopping around. Beautiful. Our lines up a little bit. I wish I could turn on like my turn signal, like I'm pretty sure at some point I'm going to need you to fend off of something when we get in there. It's a very tiny marina. I got the boat pole ready if you need to like push on something.
Sounds good.
Alright. It's a very tight marina. As soon as this big barge passes, we're going to make a sharp 90-degree turn and head into the marina. Downtown Amsterdam is busy. It's crazy how many people are out here, and ferries and buses and trains and boats and sailboats and powerboats and paddleboarders and kayakers.
In the middle of
in
the
the
traffic.
middle of the friggin' traffic, blowing my mind. That guy's towing that guy. It's insane. Anyway, I think we're navigating well. We're almost there. Reached destination, and Marina's right behind that guy. So we're about to make our turn and head in there. Made it with plenty of daylight left. Good part about the spring here is that it's daylight almost till midnight. So
That's
and
good.
away we go. No, we'll go into the last one. Beautiful. You got it? Let's get midship on midship, hopefully. Well, it is another beautiful spring morning. The sun is out. There's a little bit of a breeze. It's warm. It feels really good. We've been at Six Haven for about a week, and we filled up our water tanks and charged our batteries and did laundry and cleaned the boat off, and we're ready to head back out onto anchor. So today we're gonna slip the lines and keep heading east into the lake. Almost the water filled up?
Yeah, I'm just filling up the second tank.
Topping up our tanks with water before we leave.
Yeah.
It's always a good idea. Run that midship. We're gonna slide forward, Kika. Try to get the midship onto the ladder, maybe.
What's the sit rep?
That was fun. Went through the lock like professionals. hovered around the bridge waiting for it to open. It opens every 20 minutes. And we were one of 4 boats that went through. And now we're about a mile away from our anchorage. So, it's a freaking beautiful day. I'm gonna get a suntan today, I'm sure of it.
We should get naked.
Yeah, I should get naked. Maybe once we're on anchor, I'll get naked. Head sail? Oh, we can go.
Yep.
No, it's also not supposed to blow any harder than this for the whole week. It's a little bit crazy that there's only a foot of water underneath us. But we did like a nice little circle when we were coming in to make sure that there was enough water. We trust our depth sounder, so that's good. It's a beautiful spot though. I love it. 6 feet is pretty deep for around here.